New home.
I think so.
Alright,
We need to get some. We need to link it with the couch potato somehow, don't we? I'm not quite sure yet. But, I think. But yeah, I think it's been a couple of weeks since we did the last one.
Yeah, it was a biggie last one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I had to do it in 2 parts, but yeah, still got good views, I think. So we'll see how long this one goes. We've got a couple of weeks to catch up on, so we might have to split this into 2 as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, what's happened last couple of weeks? Obviously,
busy with the kids, aren't we?
Yeah, kids are restarting after Easter, aren't they?
Yeah, kids are back. Back every night. Kids this morning.
Yeah.
Got on this morning.
We've had 2 events today, haven't we? So one was the Pokemon Cup. We entered a team in the Lincolnshire under 10s. We sent our under 9s, didn't they?
Yeah.
But I think they've qualified, so it's
they've done well.
Probably our most promising age group, that, isn't it? To be fair.
Yeah, good.
So
very good, that one.
So yeah, hopefully we can keep them before the academy snap them up. But they're talented group. And then we've obviously our friends at Eagle Team. Put an event on under 13s, under 14s, 14 little mini tournament.
Really come across on the Grimsby.
Yeah,
done alright.
Different abilities, but it worked, didn't it?
So keeper's bailed us out.
Keeper scored 2 out of his hands. Straight volley, lobbing the keeper, and then saved the penalty in the.
Twitter, mate, that's been going on. What's been happening? See, Brazil managed to get their game ahead.
Yeah, so I think when we did the last one, I think we said we were not quite sure what was going on. We'd seen bits on Twitter, advertised All Stars. Obviously, the event went ahead, and I was quite vocal on Twitter. To be fair, gutted we didn't go. To be fair, because it looked like
it was a good event, didn't it?
Look, everyone was there, and it was great to see a big event with all the futsal people there, and a big crowd, and yeah, it was I was just a bit hesitant, and by the time I left it to decide what to do, Weiss booked me in for plans. I was actually in Meadowhall carrying shopping bags or Primark shopping bags all day. So I was gutted to see how big it was. But for me, obviously, Chris Horton put something and I responded. For me, I just wasn't quite sure what was going on, if it was even going ahead. So
seems strange, isn't it? Because all played in the end. Helvetia played, I think.
Yeah, so I think this was obviously going back and forth. It wasn't really nagging. I was just giving him my view on it. It was more. I wasn't quite sure what was going on. Was it Helvetia? Was it? At no point did I see it was advertised as Helvetia. I just saw it as All Stars.
Yeah.
And I heard the All Stars weren't going ahead. And then obviously John, who plays for Derby, put a message on where he was sat there doing the sign language. Obviously, I didn't understand. I can't do sign language, so I wasn't quite sure what he was saying. I read the messages to try and get some kind of dialogue, but there was nothing there. It's just like, unlucky John. So obviously some people reading it and interpreting it. So I wasn't quite sure what was going on. So I heard it was Helvetia, but I didn't see it as Helvetia advertised. And then obviously I saw the pictures, and it was the red kit, the Helvetia blue kit, and it was all Helvetia players. But then I also heard there was a Portuguese superstar or something. I wasn't there, so I don't know. But someone mentioned there was a really good player. I think it said number 3, some superstar Portuguese player or something. So was it Helvetia? Was it? I don't know. So, but yeah, obviously Chris was talking about. I think he's called out Louis Melville.
Right.
Yeah, he called it saying we am promoted and stuff, and it was a PR disaster for the FA and things like that. But
I'm not quite sure why they didn't put an England team together.
Well,
they could have put the old England squad.
I think this was my whole point. The way I saw it was a private event for a club. So the club's done it.
Yeah.
Set it up, and they've put on a private event. So I don't know why the NFS would promote a private event. Yes, it included NFS players, but it wasn't an NFS team as far as it wasn't advertised as an NFS team. If it was Helvetia English champions, you know what I mean? I think the NFS might have pushed it, and there's all talk about the FA trying to put stops to it. Maybe they have, maybe I don't know. But I'm sure if I try to set up a game against a Brazil team, there's certain boxes I have to tick and things like that, and to get affiliation. But that was just my opinion. I'm not saying I'm right. I'm just saying from an outsider, I just know, seeing it in football, if you're setting anything up, if it's a charity game, you can get players from different clubs and you're raising money for charity. I don't think it was set up for charity. I think it was obviously a money spinner to get. Obviously, I'm guessing they paid for Brazil to come over. I might be wrong, but their costs and things like that, and obviously profit into the club.
There was ways around it though, wasn't there? I think if they looked into it, there was ways around. They could have played it. They could have just set up as a Sunday team. I think you said, couldn't they? Or affiliated a Sunday league or whatever.
I was speaking to someone. If they set up a Saturday team and just registered Cookie, all these players to a Saturday football team, you're an affiliated team then with registered players.
Yeah,
but
so
as we all know, if you're going to put a team, we've had to do it with the Pokemon Cup. Can't even the Pokemon Cup for kids at 8 years old unless they're all on your whole game system.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you get it passed by the FA. So if the FA have tried to stop it, maybe it's because it's not an affiliated company. They just maybe had to check with that it's all proper.
How couldn't you done it with it just saying there was training?
That's what I saw. I thought it was training. I think the minute it changed to we're playing a training game, I was a bit like, so they're not going to be wearing kits and numbers. It just one.
Yeah.
I was like, it's not going to have the same. Is it going to be Brazil in the yellow shirt? So I was just a bit hesitant. But yeah, like I say, it's at no point did I see that as a PR disaster for anyone. If the FA or the NFS didn't want to promote it, then
again, from that point, I would like to see someone from the FA come out and say why they didn't support it, why, or what went wrong, or just be honest and just say, look, we didn't support it because of this, and this, or you couldn't put a team in because of this.
Yeah.
We weren't interested in playing because of these reasons, but I don't know why people don't just tell you the reasons why you can't, or it's got to be behind a bit of cloak and dagger stuff, and only certain people know. I can't see why we can't, I'll be honest.
Yeah. I just felt a bit for Louis Melder. I think he got targeted because he shared something else about a game on YouTube or something like that, and he got targeted and saying he's been pressured into not. Like, I just felt for him a bit. I'd like to say, well, from my point of view, yes, if he has been told that, or if he hadn't been told that, or if he saw something he didn't like, does he? Why should he? From like, do you know what I mean? I don't think I shared anything. Do you know what I mean? I don't. Obviously, you were off, so
no.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, that was going on Twitter. That was one of the things. And then,
but yeah, congratulations to one of our former players, Pedro. I think he's done really well this week. He's signed for our arch rivals, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Skipton.
Yeah.
He seems to have backed 5.
Yeah.
So Skipton taking
out. Well, I saw Skipton had beat someone, and it said severely at 5. I was like, no, surely that's not Pedro. So obviously Pedro played for us this season, signed for Sheffield over Christmas. And yeah, I texted him, is this you, mate? And he goes, yeah, we did have a game on Sunday and stuff, so I played for Skipton, local 6-9 team. He's managed to score 5 on his debut. So
well done, Pedro.
So yeah, so obviously I announced it. And Skipton blocked the.
You've been blocked?
Yeah, Skipton have blocked the.
Blocking you lately.
It's not me, it's the club account. Yeah, blocked me. Might block me now after I see this, but. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know if he took that the wrong way, but it was just how funny he's Pedro. Pedro probably didn't know what's going on. I don't know if he's on Twitter, but he wanted to know.
Yeah, I just want to send us a thank you, Skipton, for we taught him all he knew. And we've done them proud now.
Yeah.
Doing them proud. They're catching couch potatoes now in the league, so
catching them.
They're doing really well.
If you can keep Pedro fit, they'll have a strong
could be
the season.
Sunday night champions of the Donk League. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done. So that brings us on to our derby, I think. Derby's the first game we played Derby in the league.
Yeah, 2. We played Derby twice, haven't we, since we did the last one. One in the league, that was at the Derby Arena, and then one will come to later on. So, I'll just give some context on the lead up to the Derby, everything that's happened.
So yeah, the Derby won in the league with a big game for us, wasn't it? Really, because when we lost from 6-1 on BT, everything changed for us. We changed. If anyone's watched the video, they'll have seen it. But we changed everything. Changed how we play, the personnel in the team, how we train. And we've come out. I thought maybe Derby might argue with them, but I thought it was quite comfortable in the end. I thought we defended well. I thought we should have scored a few more. Jack's had a few good chances, that is.
Well, the
buried.
courtside video, I'm probably going to release it Sunday. It's all ready to go. Probably going to release it Sunday after the NFS. There's certain. I just look at playing around with the Twitter, and it says about when our viewers are most on Twitter and on YouTube, and there's a big purple patch around late Sunday evening. So I'm going to try it about Sunday 8 o'clock. I'm guessing that's when the NFS one finishes. So. You know what I mean? And then people caught up who've maybe been to games, watching games, then we'll try and bring it on after that. But yeah, you see a lot of that. There's quite a lot of chances.
But I think we stopped.
That'd be doing the at the post a couple of times, I think. Had a couple of good chances. We did have to sustain a lot of pressure at times, but I think, like you say, overall comfortable. I think you'll see a glaring miss right at the very end. Which would have made it 5-2. But yeah, we won 4-2. And
what was the worst thing for me though? I'd actually done, if Junior's watching, I'd actually beat me keeper record. Did 7.
It's not on the video.
I think did they get the last glimpse of it?
No,
you edited it out.
No, there's 3 in there. I counted 4, so I don't think you got to.
I did though. It was. If we get the camera, we need the camera for the side, but I did beat 7, so if Junior's watching,
he is.
He will be watching because he puts his thumbs down every time he watches it.
Yeah.
Beat 7, bud, see what you got in your locker. But it was a good result for them at weekend, York. They didn't play, so a really good weekend for them.
Right, we get back to Derby.
But yeah, Derby, I think what we nullified, we'd looked at them and we'd seen them really good from set pieces, and it was such an handful. And they scored loads.
We watched them against Manchester, didn't we? Manchester B.
Yeah.
Saw what they do on the set pieces.
And it worked 3 or 4 times for them. But when you see the video, we talked you through what was going to go on, and we stopped it.
What also helped is our B team played their B team the game before, right before us, and they was doing the same set pieces, so it was getting it was just clarifying what we thought we saw, but we've been able to add numbers to it and things like that, won't we?
Yeah, so it's just what they was doing of each, what 1, 2 and 3 was. And we stopped it. I don't, did he, in the second, we'll come to that, but I don't think they scored. Did they a set piece against us in that first game?
No.
We kept them out, frustrated them, stopped Pavel getting on the ball as much.
Yeah.
But I thought Keno handled him. He's only 17, Keno, but
yeah,
he handled him really well.
Keno's one of the few 17-year-olds who I've seen who can handle proper blokes. Yeah. He's very physical. Obviously, we've got a lot we can work on him, but he's one player I look at and go, we can give him more game time. He's definitely one of the highlights of our season, to be fair. I think his first game, his first minutes was at St George's, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We threw him on, and since then, I think he started every game.
Starts every game.
Captained a couple of games. He's very vocal. He's a very mature 17-year-old.
He's like a bloke already, isn't he?
Well, I think what's happened is obviously at 16, kids leave school, they go to college, they go to uni. Until after uni, that's when they start having the real well. I think Keno's gone out of school, gone into a job, and it's around blokes.
Well, it's in the building trade, isn't it? So you can't act like a kid because you get destroyed.
So he's got, and I think we're massively seeing the benefits of it because, like I say, there's not many people who can handle Pavel in our league.
No.
And the 70-year-old.
I think he only made one mistake against him. I think, didn't he?
Yeah.
He did get very good finish from Pavel. I'll give him this, but he got punished for it. And he never meant it. He didn't make another one after that. But he nicked so many off him.
And I think that's why you'll see it straight after. Pavel celebrates in his face. Pavel probably won't realise he's 17, but he screams in his face. I think that was a bit of not frustration, but I just think he's obviously Keno's tried to give him some.
Yeah.
And he's finally got the better of him and he's screaming in his face. But after that, I think Keno's different class. You see him flying about. Yeah. He stays on his feet when he needs to, but he's solid for us, isn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. So we run out 4-2 winners. Should have been 5-2.
Yeah, it's quite an eventful game. We won't spoil the video, but I think the video I've edited it's got to be one of the best ones. Yeah,
I think so.
But I tell you what does make it the venues. what I'm seeing is that venue there, it's just the lighting and everything. It just really helps the video. Like the York one was brilliant. For some reason, the Liverpool one did really well as well. But again, the venue, it was good because you got the seating in the crowd.